Thanks for that enthusiastic hello. It's almost beach time. I'm super excited. It's a busy time of the year for plumbers, I imagine, what with all the women shaving their mentionables for the first time in months. Everybody's getting ready for the beach. I love it. It's one of the best places on earth. You get to lay out in the sun. It's beautiful, and it's one of the only places that you go there and take off your clothes and then proceed to walk around in basically your underwear, and it's perfectly acceptable. But I don't know. Some people might be self-conscious about that, but you know who isn't? The men in Speedos. That's right. These guys have the highest self-esteem of anybody on the planet. Because it's not the hot fit guys in Speedos. It's always the saggiest, hairiest, big-bellied people you've ever seen. Talk about low-hanging fruit. But the beach, I love the beach, but it does have its downsides. I used to think I like getting tossed around a little until the ocean did it. And it's not sexy at all. And sex on the beach is nothing like the movies. The sand is not your friend. And if you think rug burn is bad, don't try it on the beach. It's not good. But to have sex on the beach, you have to be kind of spontaneous. I've never been very spontaneous, but I did try one time to be spontaneous. I was on a cruise, and I thought I would have sex on the balcony, but I'm not much of a risk taker, so I wore a life jacket. Should have seen the tan lines. It was not cute. You meet all kinds of people when you're dating. I once dated this guy. He was so arrogant that every time I said, "Oh God," in bed, he answered yes. He actually thought I was calling him. Can you believe that? And another time, I went on a date with a guy, and he waited till dessert to tell me that he was a nudist. You'd think he would lead with something like that, but not my thing. But I don't have anything against nudists. You know, I think I have to give him props for walking around naked. It must be pretty freeing, but it's just not for me, so that didn't work out. But I just have so many questions for nudists, like, how do they do everyday household chores? I mean, because everything seems so much more dangerous when you're naked. Like cooking's an obvious one. I've been popped by bacon grease before, so I would be terrified to do that naked. But what about the men? Are they really out there mowing their lawns, whacking their weeds? Doesn't sound like a good idea. I'm sure their neighbors don't enjoy it either. But at least we live in Florida. They don't have to snow shovel, because you've seen Christmas Story, right? That was just a tongue that got stuck, so if I was a guy, I would not. But at least they probably save money not having to buy a lot of clothes. But that probably just goes right back into the upholstery cleaning budget. I mean, I hope they're cleaning their couches often. Can you imagine if your nudist friends invited you over for a dinner party? They're like, come on in, have a seat, make yourself at home, and you're just standing there like, poor nudists. No, I thought about being a nudist one time. I was recently single. The kids were out of town for the weekend. Had the house all to myself, so I was so excited. I was going to walk around the house naked. Well, I get out of the shower. I'm just getting ready to go somewhere, dancing around, putting on my makeup, having a great time. The time comes for me to get dressed, and my clothes had just finished in the dryer. So I go out to get my clothes. There's not a basket handy, so I just reach in, grab the load of clothes out, and I'm walking back to the bedroom. And as I start down the hall, I feel a burning pain and realize I've made a grave mistake. And that is the story of how I got a zipper burn on my nipple, and decided to never become a nudist. That's my time. My name's Helen. Thank you.